Why not you? Soldiers of destiny, look around you. Each day empires are built, victories are carved into stone, and legends are born, not by ghosts or gods, but by men, flesh and blood, no different than you. And yet we ask ourselves, why not me, why not you? Have you not endured pain? Have you not known loss? Have you not dreamed while others slept? Yes, you stand upon the very soil where greatness is made. It is not gifted, it is seized with grit, with fire, with purpose. Others may shrink, waiting for permission, but history does not wait. History favors the bold. Let cowards seek comfort. Let the timid retreat to shadows. But you march forward, because the crown of glory weighs the same on any head brave enough to wear it. So I ask you again, why not you, why not now? Take up your will like a sword. Let your conviction thunder like cannon fire. Let the world know you were not born to kneel, you were born to conquer. Greatness is earned, not given. No man ever woke up cloaked in glory without first having labored through the night of struggle. The world is filled with people who wish, who hope, who daydream of a destiny handed to them, thinking perhaps that fate may one day smile simply because they desire it. But destiny is deaf to wishes. It answers only the call of action. There is no crown waiting on a shelf with your name etched in gold. There is only a battlefield, and in the midst of it, through discipline, effort, and relentless forward motion, you may seize what others call impossible. You may become what others never dared to be, but not by chance, only by your will. Too often people look at those who have achieved great things and whisper, they were born for it, as if success were inked into their blood before birth. As if the mountains they moved were light to them, and the oceans they crossed were calm as glass. But that is a lie. The weak tell themselves to escape responsibility. The truth is far more demanding. Those who rise are not those who were given a pass. They are the ones who refused to sit down. They are the ones who showed up early, stayed late, bled, broke, rebuilt, and still did not quit. And when others were celebrating mediocrity, they were sharpening their minds and hardening their resolve. Every inch of their triumph was bought with sweat. It is easy to admire greatness from a distance, to marvel at the champions, the leaders, the creators, the giants of industry, war, and innovation. But what we fail to see is the war they fought behind closed doors, the battles with self, doubt, the nights of silence, the mornings of pain, the sacrifices no one applauded. There is a price for greatness, and only those who dare to pay it will ever hold it in their hands. But let no man believe he cannot afford it. The cost is not gold. It is not privilege, it is not some secret passed down by bloodline, it is work, hard, thankless, unrelenting work. You already possess the raw materials of greatness. You have breath, you have mind. You have fire in your spirit, but what separates you from those who rise is not lack of talent, it is lack of pursuit. A diamond does not become brilliant until it is crushed. A blade does not become sharp until it is forged. So, too, your destiny will remain dormant unless you engage in the labor that wakes it. The world will not reward you for what you could have done. It will reward you only for what you did. There are no shortcuts. There is no elevator to the top floor of power. There are only stairs, steep, uneven, and soaked in effort. Each step demands your focus. Each moment demands your will. You must push when you are tired. You must move when others sit still. You must rise each time you fall. This is the price, and those who pay it win. Those who turn away vanish into the forgotten dust of dreams unrealized. The truth is simple. If you want it, you must go and get it. No one will carry you. No one will anoint you. The throne is there, but it will not come down to meet you. You must rise to meet it. Every legend you admire was once a nameless soul with nothing but a dream and the nerve to chase it. The question is not whether greatness is available. The question is, are you willing to earn it? Because it is not given. It is taken by force, by sacrifice, by blood. Greatness is earned, and the battlefield is open. Your struggles prepare you. They are not curses, not accidents, not burdens meant to break you. They are the chisels of destiny, shaping you into the man or woman the world will one day look to and say, "There stands a giant." Life, in its rawest form, is a relentless trainer. It will test your limits. It will strike you without warning. It will bring you to your knees with blows you never saw coming. But it is in those moments, not the easy ones, that your future is forged. In pain you discover your power. In difficulty you uncover your depth. In loss you learn the value of what truly matters. Struggle is the fire that refines gold, and if you wish to be more than dust in the wind, you must not only endure the fire, you must welcome it. There are those who run from struggle. They hide when the storm begins to howl. They curse the wind and pray for calm seas. But nothing great has ever been born in ease. Every strong soul was first shaken. Every mighty fortress was once rubble. What stands today as strength was once weakness forced to grow. You are not defined by the weight of your hardship. You are defined by how you carry it. The man who refuses to be broken by trial becomes unbreakable. The woman who bears her burden without surrender becomes unstoppable. Your challenges are not setbacks. They are setups. Life is preparing you for what you asked for, but it will not deliver it until you have proven yourself worthy. You think you are alone in your struggle, but you are not. Every champion bled before they triumphed. Every leader walked through darkness before they stood in the light. The difference is not in what they endured. It is in how they responded. They did not pity themselves. They did not beg for ease. They learned from the fall, rose with fury, and advanced with greater wisdom. You too can rise. You too can turn your pain into power. But you must stop asking why me, and start declaring try me. Every blow life deals you is an invitation to ascend. Every trial is a mirror asking, will you fold or will you fight? There are lessons hidden in your lowest moments that no book can teach. There is clarity that only comes from loss. There is fire that only ignites in the cold grip of adversity, and once you've faced it, truly faced it, you become someone different, someone forged, someone tested, someone real. You are no longer moved by minor winds because you have already stood in the storm. You no longer fear defeat because you have already seen it, and you survived. You no longer doubt your worth because the struggle showed you what you're made of. What you must realize is that every scar on your soul is not a mark of shame. It is a badge of preparation. Every tear you've shed was watering the seeds of your future greatness. Every rejection, every heartbreak, every disappointment was building you up, not breaking you down. The strongest steel must be tempered. The tallest mountain must be climbed. The brightest light is born after the deepest night. You are in training, and while the world may not yet see it, your time is coming, but when it does, you will not be the same. You will be ready, not because life was easy, but because you endured when it was hard. So do not despise the pain, do not curse the hardship, use it, grow from it, let it teach you, mold you, harden you. Your struggles are your stepping stones, and one day, when you stand on the peak others dared not climb, you will look back and realize it was the struggle that raised you. It was the fire that made you fearless. Now is the time, not tomorrow, not when the stars align, not when you feel ready or when the world finally opens its arms to you. Now, this very breath, this very moment, is all you have, and it is all you need. The future is a phantom, and the past is ashes. Too many people live in a fog of someday. They wait for the perfect season, the perfect opportunity, the perfect emotion to strike. But perfection never comes. Time waits for no man. Those who succeed do not wait. They act. They rise when others hesitate. They build while others are still planning. They run toward their vision while others are standing still, caught in a loop of what-ifs and regrets. The present is the only battlefield where your destiny can be fought and won. There is no battle in the future. It hasn't happened yet. There is no victory in the past. It is already sealed. You are standing on the front lines right now, and the clock is ticking whether you fight or flee. There is no retreat in life. It only moves forward, and if you do not move with it, you will be left behind, buried beneath the dust of hesitation. Every second you delay is a second lost forever. Every dream you postpone is a fortress harder to build. What you do now matters far more than what you hope to do later. Action breathes life into ideas. Action turns vision into reality. Action, taken now, is the heartbeat of achievement. Do not deceive yourself into thinking time is infinite. It is not. The moments you waste now become the regrets you carry later. The dream you delay becomes the chain that binds you. There is no nobility in waiting for the world to approve your desire. No king ever asked permission to wear his crown. No conqueror waited for applause before drawing his sword. They seized the moment. They understood the truth. Opportunity does not knock, it whispers, and only the alert, the ready, the bold can hear its call. The man who acts today, even imperfectly, stands 1,000 steps ahead of the man who plans endlessly but never moves. The woman who dares to begin despite the fear is already halfway to victory. Now is uncomfortable. Now is uncertain. Now is raw, but it is also powerful. It is alive. It is malleable. It is the only time you can touch, shape, influence, and mold into something magnificent. Do not look to tomorrow with lazy hope. Do not stare at the horizon and forget the ground beneath your feet. The giants of the world were made in the moments others called mundane. They started when nothing was certain, when the future was still fogged with doubt. They moved in the silence while others waited for applause. They understood that lightning does not strike the idle. It strikes the man in motion. That motion must begin now. There will never be a moment without fear, without uncertainty, without risk. But fear is not your enemy, paralysis is. Doubt is not your defeat, inaction is. You must train yourself to act before the mind finds reasons to wait, because the mind will always offer excuses. It will say you are not ready, that there's more to learn, more to prepare. But you will never be fully ready. No one ever is. That is the secret. You begin where you are with what you have and who you are right now, not next week, not next year, not someday, now, because now is the fire. Now is the blade, now is the battlefield, and if you do not rise in this moment, you may never get another like it. Life will not wait. Destiny will not wait, so why should you? Now is the time to become who you were meant to be. Now is the moment to step forward into the unknown and make it yours. Courage is the difference. It is the invisible force that separates those who try from those who triumph. It is not the absence of fear, but the mastery of it. Every soul that ever rose to greatness felt the sting of doubt, the chill of uncertainty, the weight of risk. But they chose to act anyway. That is courage, not bravado, not recklessness, but the quiet, defiant decision to move forward even when every part of you wants to retreat. In this world, many will have talent, many will possess knowledge, many will be surrounded by opportunity, but only the courageous will capitalize on it. Only those willing to face the fire will walk through it and come out transformed. Cowards wait for fear to subside before they begin. They pray for perfect conditions, thinking one day the fear will dissolve, the stakes will shrink, and the path will become easy, but fear never disappears. It follows every ambition worth chasing. The man who leads armies feels it. The woman who speaks truth to power feels it. The inventor, the creator, the disruptor, they all feel it. But what makes them different is what they do asterisk with asterisk the fear. They use it. They ride it like a wave. They understand that fear is a compass pointing toward growth. It signals the edge of your comfort and the beginning of your power. To live without courage is to live half a life. It is to dream and never build, to want and never claim, to imagine and never act. The world does not reward potential. It rewards boldness. There are millions of people more talented than those who rise to the top. But talent is silent without courage. Intelligence is paralyzed without courage. Vision is invisible without courage. The greatest ideas ever conceived died in the minds of those too afraid to speak them, to act on them, to live them. Fear locks the gate, courage breaks it down, and it is only through that gate that you enter the kingdom of achievement. Courage is choosing to show up when you could hide. It's making the call, taking the leap, speaking the truth, facing the consequences, betting on yourself. It's looking at the possibility of failure and still pressing forward. It's trusting that even if you fall, you'll rise stronger, that even if you lose, you will learn, and even if you walk alone, you will walk in honor. The courageous do not wait for the crowd. They lead the crowd. They don't beg for approval. They create results that demand respect. They don't live to avoid pain. They live to make impact, knowing that pain is often the price of progress. In the face of difficulty, courage does not shrink. It grows larger. It draws its sword when others drop theirs. It pushes forward when the winds howl against it. And when it is tired, wounded, and weary, it digs deeper. It does not look for escape routes. It looks for the next step, because courage understands that most people lose not because they lack the power to win, but because they lack the will to continue. They quit too soon. They stop just before the breakthrough. Courage is the spirit that says, * not me. * I will not stop. I will not surrender. I will not let fear write the ending to my story. There is no future without courage. There is no victory without risk, and there is no greatness without the moment where you decide to stand when it would be easier to sit. Every mountain you've yet to climb, every dream still locked in your chest, every victory still waiting on the horizon, they all require one thing before they will reveal themselves to you, courage, and the truth is you already have it. It is not earned, it is remembered, it is awakened, it is chosen, and once you choose courage again and again, you become unstoppable. The world does not reward the one who simply wishes. It bows to the one who works. Dreams are nothing more than mist until they are shaped by discipline. Vision without labor is only fantasy. What separates the man who climbs from the one who merely points at the mountain is action. Consistent, unrelenting, intelligent action. Not random effort, not emotional bursts, but disciplined pursuit. Day after day, brick by brick, choice by choice. Discipline is not punishment. It is power under control. It is freedom earned through focus. The disciplined man does not hope for success. He expects it because he has done the work. He has earned the right to walk with purpose, to speak with authority, and to demand results, because he has already paid the price when no one was watching. To live without discipline is to betray your own potential. It is to look into the mirror and see greatness possible, but never realized. The undisciplined are ruled by mood, by comfort, by convenience. They wait to feel like it. They act when it's easy. They commit only when it's comfortable. But success is not built in moments of ease. It is born in moments of resistance. Discipline is doing what must be done when you do not feel like doing it. It is rising before the sun, showing up when others make excuses, keeping promises to yourself long after the feeling that made them is gone. It is eating the right food, reading the right books, surrounding yourself with the right people, and doing it all repeatedly, because your mission demands it. Every champion in history was disciplined long before they were celebrated. The applause came later, the trophies came after, but what came first were the silent sacrifices, the skipped parties, the lonely hours of work, the refusal to compromise, the relentless schedule followed even when the body screamed to stop. This is the price of excellence. It is not given. It is earned through discipline. The disciplined man knows that every day he is either building or breaking the dream. There is no standing still. Each choice is a vote for the future you want or the one you fear. And he votes with his actions, not just his words. Discipline is not glamorous. It is not loud. It will not impress your friends or go viral. It is the quiet, often boring commitment to mastery. It is the man in the gym long after everyone else left. It is the woman writing while the world sleeps. It is the entrepreneur grinding when the sales are slow, the student studying when no test is near, the visionary pushing when everyone says just rest. While others dream, the disciplined build. While others scroll, the disciplined sculpt. While others talk, the disciplined do, and the world eventually steps aside for the one who refuses to quit. You must understand that talent will fade, beauty will fade, inspiration will fade, but discipline, once built, becomes a force you can rely on. It becomes your edge. It becomes the reason why, when others crumble, you stand tall, because you have trained your mind to obey your purpose. You have taught your body to follow your command. You have made yourself the kind of person success cannot ignore. Discipline gives you control, not over the world, but over yourself. And once you master yourself, there is nothing the world can throw at you that will break you. There is no secret to winning, no shortcut, no cheat code. The prize goes to the one who stayed consistent, the one who trained when it hurt, focused when it was boring, and showed up when it was hard. And the more you embrace discipline, the less you need motivation, because motivation is a spark, but discipline is a flame. It burns long, it endures storms, it survives disappointment, it outlasts doubt. The disciplined are not lucky, they are prepared. They did the work when no one clapped, and that is why, when the time comes, they will not need applause to know they've arrived. When you ask the question, why not me? You must understand that the answer lies not in what others think, but in what you believe. The most powerful force on earth is a mind convinced of its own worth. If you cannot see yourself as worthy, capable, and destined for greatness, then no opportunity, no mentor, no miracle will be enough. Everything begins with belief, not empty, wishful thinking, but an unshakable, burning belief that your life matters, that your efforts count, and that your dreams are not random. They are a calling. You must believe so deeply that doubt becomes irrelevant. You must speak to yourself with the same power that you seek from the world, because if you do not believe in you, why should anyone else? Belief is the engine that turns failure into feedback and delay into discipline. Without belief, a setback becomes a wall, but with belief it becomes a step. The man who believes keeps going when others quit. The woman who believes keeps building when the blueprint is still invisible. This kind of belief is not naive, it's necessary. It's not about arrogance, but alignment. You align your thoughts, your speech, your habits, and your focus with the version of yourself you are becoming, not the version others remember. You walk like you already own the result. You speak as if the victory is already written, not because it's magic, but because belief activates your potential. It awakens your energy. It signals to your brain, this matters, let's fight for it. The world mirrors what you project. If you walk like you don't belong, it will treat you like you don't. If you move through life apologizing for your ambitions, it will offer you permission instead of power. But if you show up with certainty, humble but firm, determined but not desperate, the world takes notice. It leans in, it opens doors, it starts to echo the conviction that radiates from your own soul. Belief creates movement, and movement attracts opportunity. It does not guarantee ease, but it guarantees direction. And direction, followed with discipline, leads to destiny. You must believe in the face of contradiction. When your past says you can't, when your surroundings say you won't, when your own mind whispers, not yet, you must answer back with action. You must take the step even when your knees shake. You must speak the truth even when your voice trembles. You must invest in yourself even when no one else is buying in. That's the kind of belief that moves mountains. That's the kind of belief that builds legacies, because belief backed by action is unstoppable. It turns nobodies into names. It turns whispers into roars. It turns obscurity into influence. You were not born to blend in. You were not designed for mediocrity. Your very existence is proof that you have a place, a purpose, and a power within you waiting to be claimed. But you will never claim it if you keep shrinking. You will never rise if you keep doubting. You will never build if you keep questioning your right to try. You don't need permission to believe in yourself. You don't need a vote, a nod, or applause. All you need is the courage to say, I belong here. All you need is the audacity to bet on yourself. Because once you believe, you begin, and once you begin, momentum joins your side, and with enough belief and enough action, even the impossible begins to bend in your favor. The truth is, no one can give you belief. It cannot be gifted, it must be chosen, it must be planted, watered, fought for, but once it is yours, truly yours, there is no storm, no critic, no failure strong enough to uproot it, and from that belief every victory begins. So I ask you again, why not you? Why not the person who dares to rise, who chooses courage, who cultivates discipline, and who believes in themselves with such conviction that the world has no choice but to respond? Why not the one who refuses to be defined by fear, who turns failure into fire, and who walks into each day with purpose written across their spine? There is no special chosen one, only those who choose themselves. And today, right now, in this very moment, that choice is yours. You are not waiting for the stars to align. You are not waiting for the right time. The time is now. The power is yours. The only question left is, will you finally become the answer to the voice that keeps asking, why not you?